subscribe, you dummy.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Inhale Your Ego. Did you guys like the intro? The intro is kind of something I threw together. It took me about 30 minutes to make on GarageBand. If you were wondering, I'm pretty sure you didn't ask, but it's okay. So I am your host, Jasmine Cooks, and once again, this is Inhale Your Ego. And on today's topic, we are going to be talking about black at a PWI. So, it's weird to me how the high school that I went to stressed me to go to a HBCU. They stressed the idea of the history between it all and why you should go there and this, that, and the third. So I'm like, this whole time in high school, freshman year, sophomore year, even junior year, I was stressed. I mean, it was put in my head the idea that I needed to go to a HBCU. And they don't do a real good job at, expressing other colleges and universities that, like a PWI or just some community college or I mean not some community college, but like community colleges, they really didn't stress that out to me. So in my head, it was just implanted you need to go to a HBCU because you are black. That's pretty much how it was enforced through all my high school years. So when I'm applying for colleges, it just didn't feel right. And it's not because I don't want to go, or I didn't, or I'm against the idea of HBCU. That's not what I'm saying. It was just weird because I know I'm black. You can look at me and I'm black, I'm black. And it's weird to me that you want me to just go to a predominantly black school. Why can I not be at a white school? Why can't I go to a white college? Not saying they didn't tell me. Not that they wasn't saying that I not that they were saying that I couldn't go. It was just the whole idea of okay, why can't I? Like why aren't you telling me about other schools? So I took the initiative to look at other schools when I was doing my college search. And what was surprising to me is that there were black kids that went to PWIs because I was so enclosed in the whole idea of you need to go to HBCU no matter what, that when I saw black girl at this white school, I'm like, whoa, this is different. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna come out and say, I go to Bradley University in Peoria, Illinois. I was trying to keep that not in the public, but it's kind of too late for that. But it go along with what I'm talking about today. So I go to Bradley University in Peoria, and my sisters through marriage went to Bradley, and they absolutely loved it. And everyone else that went to Bradley that my mom know of or I know of, my neighbor across the street actually goes to here now. And she is involved and she, pretty much likes it and stuff like that. I didn't know anything about Bradley until I saw her banner across the street and saying that this is where she's going, this is the trunk party. It's May 1st. This is where we're going in life. So I looked at it, I'm like, I ain't even finna trip about it. Um I'm gonna make a separate podcast to seniors in high school on how to not stress about college acceptances because I was so stressed about that. I did not get the score that I wanted to get, and a lot of the schools that I applied for was high tier and really didn't coincide with the score that I got. What did I get? Like, oh, I'm gonna save for another podcast. See, I was gonna get into it, but pretty much I just went and applied for those schools anyway. And even though it was during COVID and stuff like that, a lot of schools were waiving the requirement for the score. So I'm like, no, I feel like that's gonna cheat my way into school. Let me use the score that I got, and if it wasn't COVID, this is where I will legit be. accepted to. This is where I will get accepted to with every single piece of requirement before COVID. I submitted my test scores, my grades, letter recommendations. I did all that. And I got into Bradley. And not only did I get into Bradley, I was offered a full ride scholarship. And so that's big. You know what I'm saying? Free tuition, like that's big to me. Hopefully it's big to you. But that's huge. So I was excited. I was excited about the acceptance. I was excited about going. I did campus what was it, campus tours? I think I went on campus twice for a campus tour, the orientation. I've been on the campus, it had a like a mini tour around, and I actually liked it. Bradley's small. Bradley's a smaller school. It's not big. It's mid-size. That's what they like to say, but it's really small. It's not like the smallest school ever, but it's small. So it's so you could get around. Like I think I make it to class in like 3 to 4 minutes. Well, that's just depending on where you at. But anyway, wherever your dorm is, so whatever. Anyway, it's small. So I was excited about telling my advisor in high school about it. I was like, "Oh my god, I got my first full ride." She's, "Oh my god, what school?" And I'm like, "It's Bradley University." She took a pause and she was like, "What is that?" And I'm like, "It's a school in Peoria, Illinois." First of all, I don't know nothing. I still don't know nothing about Peoria. I'm still learning. There's a bunch of things to do. Hopefully, I can do a podcast on that once I actually get out of the dorm room and go places. But until then, I don't know jack. Okay, I don't know nothing about Peoria. So I was telling her. She was like, "Oh, okay. Well, good job." Like, wait, what does that mean? One, two. She was like, "Oh, well, did you look into Hampton?" Why would I apply to another school if this school right here is giving me a full ride? And I don't know. I kind of just left it alone. I really didn't tell her nothing else about my journey because I was just like, didn't why? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you questioning me not going to a HBCU? Like, it's just all weird to me. So even the person that I was dating at the time, he actually goes to Morehouse right now. Very proud of him. I think he got a full ride to Morehouse too. He's very smart and intelligent. So we was sitting down and talking about he enrolled. Well, no, not enrolled. Blah. He applied for Bradley. He got into Bradley too. So I was like excited, like okay, you should go because I'm going. But no, I never would like want him to go in a direction he don't want to go into. I was just saying that just to be funny. But I'm so proud. He goes to Morehouse and he's doing well. But at the time, I told him, well, I think this is where I want to go. Like, this is, you know what I'm saying? Like, at first, I'm going to be honest, I wasn't feeling it when I was on campus. But once they started telling me about what to do on campus and how to get around and what to join, that's when I started to be like, okay, I think this is where I want to go. So when I was telling him all about it, first of all, it's not like he wasn't interested. He kind of was just, doubting the school a little bit because it wasn't an HBCU. Then he made a comment saying, "Oh, you're gonna come back talking white." And it's like, why would you say that? Like, first of all, I am myself still, and I still am. Nobody's really themselves, first of all. I'm still trying to find myself. But I got a pretty good idea of who I am. And that's not gonna change no matter who I'm around. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, well, that's not happening. And what if I said, oh, you're gonna come back more blacker? Like, what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, um, I didn't, I, what people need to understand, and what I was talking to my best friend about this, because she goes to Clark Atlanta. She went to Clark Atlanta because she was not around her black culture, because she lived in Utah and she went to a predominantly white school. She's used to being around white kids. So when she gets around her kind, it's kind of like, okay, where do I fit in? You know what I'm saying? Not where do I fit in, but how can I be more prone to being around my people? That is her valid reason of going to a HBCU. I will see if you were in her case. And the roles is reversed with me because I have been to predominantly black elementary, middle, high school all my life. And you have to sit and realize that as much as everybody want everything to be just all black, it's not. It's not. So you have to surround yourself around other people, other cultures, other races. There are going to be people that are racist, but you can't subject everybody to be racist because you ran into this one racist person, or you see something on social media and you just think everybody that's white is fucking racist. It doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? And there's kids at Bradley that freely say the N word. And I'm going to stop using the N word. It's been so built into my vocabulary. I'm actually going to stop using it because, first of all, it's in a lot of songs. One. Two, when black people say nigga, I said it. When black people say the word, they usually generalize everybody in that one word. First of all, I had to talk about this on Thanksgiving. I asked my uncle how he felt, and he said, honestly, the word is still bad. You took the and put a it's still the same word. And I'm like, yeah, I guess you're right. So when we use it in music and we use it as a general term for everybody, it gave them some type of comfortability to say it. So you gotta sometimes snap them out and be like, that's not a general word. That's not, you know how to be like, hey guys, it's kind of like, hey guys, guy is a male, but when you see a girl, a boy, or all girls or all guys, you say, hey guys, what's up? So it's kind of used as a general term, and they just so used to hearing it. Sometimes they, use it freely. But some of these white kids on this campus, they say it and they know they saying it when they know they not supposed to be saying it. Not saying I'm gonna give every white person a freebie for saying it, but part of the reason on why they feel like they can say it is because of us. So we all should just not say it at this point. Like, it's already enough going on. It was literally a whole situation I had to deal with. Um, this black girl accused this one girl that's not black of saying the N word, saying nigga. And she broke down in tears, started crying and all this type of stuff. She was like, I did not say that. It's too much going on in this world for you to be accusing me. And she's sitting in front of all black girls in this meeting, including myself and my roommate. And she's just trying to be, explain to us like she did not say that, this, that, and the third. And then the black girl that reported her was just all of a sudden saying, well, actually, I think it was her, but I don't know for sure. And I'm just like, how can you say that? You know what I'm saying? How can you come up with the allegations if you're not strong about it? Because of the authority that I am a part of on campus, I went and reported that. I am a student senator on campus. I love being a senator. I mentioned that in my last podcast. I really do love being a senator. It's fun. You get to do certain stuff. You get to hear people's opinion and their voices, and you get to make a change. I really like doing that. And I really feel like I'm not going to be able to do that next semester because I got a class at the same time. We got meetings, and I'm just like, I got to talk to somebody, and then I'm kind of in bad standing anyway. So, anyway, I have my doubts about coming here because it was still a part of me that was like, how am I going to fit in? You know what I'm saying? How am I going to not prove myself, but how can I show myself to others that don't know me, and how are they going to accept me? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the fact that I was scared of not making friends. I think the whole thing was like, I want everybody to accept me, and then at the end of the day, I gotta realize too that everybody not gonna like you. So, you know, I don't know why I was afraid of that. That was the only thing. So when I actually got on campus, first of all, my roommate is from Chicago as well. She's black, so that made me comfortable. You know, you still gotta be around your own kind. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I got on Bradley's campus, and I'm like, okay, they have some things to offer. I'm seeing black kids here and there, this, that, and the third. I was getting excited. They had a whole D9 step show. If you don't know what D9 is, that's all the black fraternities and sororities. They had a whole damn step show. And that was it for me. Like, I felt automatically comfortable and automatically wanted to get out there because Bradley accepts that. Being a PWI, they accept that. So the fact that they even accepted that, it was like they don't just look at race. That's how I see it. Despite the racist people on campus, the overall is there's somebody that's, you know, in higher power that doesn't believe in just separation of race. They don't believe in it. Because it wouldn't be no damn D9 on campus. It wouldn't. So there are black kids that go to PWIs. I just I just feel like, first of all, HBCUs is for its people, but they don't give y'all no money. I'm just saying that right now. They are stingy when it comes to money. They don't like to give big scholarships unless you impress them, unless you did something that impossible, unless you just a good kid. These PWIs throwing money everywhere. They literally just sent me an email saying, you got a grant. Fill out this Google form and the grant's yours. They literally throw money every now and then. These HBCUs, you can't get a damn dime if you wanted to. They might give you a few $1,000s, but what's that gonna cover? 5 months of 1 year out of 4 years of you being there? That ain't nothing. So, I mean, if they for their people, they should give y'all a little more ching chang. But I'm just saying, sometimes, it just, I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I don't really know. I don't have a direct thought on that, but I noticed that, and I noticed that from other people that go there. They like, dang, this school $40,000, and they only gave me $3,000 to go there. What is that? $4,000 a year? A year. How long you going to school? 4 years. Most people going for 4 years. That's $160,000, and they give you $3,000 as a scholarship. That's it. That's all they can do. Really, really. Do they know this school is overpriced? You know what I'm saying? Bradley, I think Bradley's 40K. It's either 40K or 48 something. I don't know. I wasn't even looking at that really honestly. But they like to give money. They like to give money to their students. And I'm not like trying to pull more black people into going into PWI. I just wanted to bring this out as an awareness because this is something that needs to be addressed. Why do black people and black parents have a play in this too? Why do they feel like they need their child to go to a HBCU in order for them to be successful? First of all, the major, I'm in criminology. Yeah, I'm about to work with the feds. No, for real though. But I am in criminology. That is my major. You know, even though 50% of men, this is a scientific fact that I learned in class, even though 50% of men incarcerated are black, what's the other 50? I gotta get familiar around being up with other people because honestly, I went to Utah. I went to Utah last May. Went to Utah because I told y'all in the beginning of the podcast or whatever. I told y'all that my best friend, she had, her peoples are in Utah. I went to Utah. When I tell you, I was so uncomfortable because it was white people everywhere, everywhere. I didn't see not one drop of black. I didn't see no brown, no nothing. And I felt the most uncomfortable. And then my friend is black than black. She's darker than me, beautiful skin, so much melanin, she glowing. And her family has good melanin skin as well. So we the blackest of the black standing around all these white people and we just, everybody looking. There was some racist people. You could tell under that mask that they was because of the way it showed in their eyes. I already knew. And that made me uncomfortable. Even the white people that was so nice and be like, hi, hi, hi. Like, even that made me uncomfortable because I felt like that was wrong. Like, why are they speaking to me? And I wanted to get out of that mindset. That's not a good mindset to be at. Yes, there is a lot of racial things going on right now when it comes to the police. And when I say criminal justice, I'm not about to be a police officer. Please. Just because I am in criminology, that does not mean I'm about to work for the police. I know I just said I'm about to work with the feds, but I was kidding. I'm actually working in, I just left from that class actually. I'm actually thinking about doing juvenile justice. Working in the juvenile justice system. We actually just learned about that an hour ago, and I was like, yeah, I think I want to go on that route. I like kids. I like watching Beyond Scared Straight. That has something to do with kids and it has something to do with the juvenile system that helps them get their life back in order. I'm into all that stuff. Then you watching Maury, and Jerry, not Jerry Springer, blah. Maury and Steve Wilkos and they bring their kids on the show. Like, I don't know, it's something about kids. Kids, that go through things, need help. Adults, if you an adult causing crime, you know what you're doing. But some kids, they do things out of things that they going through at home, stuff like that. So I want to help. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. But pretty much, I'm totally okay at being at this school. I'm totally okay. I'm having fun. I'm involved. I know people. My neighbors are so nice. And they have the most Europeanness in them. They are nice. They're great people. There's great people all across this floor. Now there's some issues, like I said. But the overall is this school is not that bad. It's really good. It's good. And so I actually made a TikTok. I made a TikTok about my undercover PWI that got a lot of 50-50 opinions on that. I mean, what did I say? I meant HBCU. I put my undercover HBCU. That was some back and forth, but I had good intentions on why I said that. First of all, I didn't mean like this is a HBCU that nobody know about. Y'all should come here. That's not what I meant, and I could have worded it wrong, but my intentions, most of the people that saw that TikTok understood where I was coming from because of the description that I put in the TikTok. I pretty much said, um, thought my roommate was back. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the door like I hear keys. Anyway, but pretty much I put well, pretty much in the TikTok I put this is a school, a PWI. I put hashtag PWI. I put this is a PWI that nobody looks at, nobody thinks about, people don't know about, that has a lot of HBCU contributions and appreciations. That's all I was saying. And some people was like, well, you need to think of the H in HBCU. I know what HBU, I know what that HBCU, I know what it means. I know what the H means. Historically, history. I know what it means. That's not what I meant. They appreciate black excellence. They appreciate the black culture, black organizations. That's what I meant. And it's underlooked at a PWI. And that's all that TikTok was trying to bring awareness of. That TikTok was trying to bring this topic that we talking about today, right now. That's what I was trying. That's what I was trying to talk about. But of course, that did not go off right to everybody because everybody's so sensitive nowadays. The same people that watched Boondocks, Loader Squad growing up on Adult Swim is the same sensitive people, but we're going to talk about that in another episode because that's a whole new topic that I need to have a whole podcast on. So, pretty much, if you're African American and you feel like you are not going to fit in at a PWI, it's definitely going to be awkward. It's definitely going to, you're going to have your times. But there's schools like Bradley and other Illinois schools that people go to, and you're going to fit right in. You have to make your crowd. Don't be afraid of other races looking at you up and down like, you ain't white, because it's people like that, but everybody isn't like that, and I think that's where everything got messed up at. Everybody subjected one race into thinking just every single European ancestry blood of Europeans, everybody white is racist, and that's just not it. So that is pretty much the end of Inhale Your Ego. Once again, I'm your host, Jasmine Cooks, and thank you for listening. Bye.